Welcome, everyone, to the March 9 meeting of the House Naming and Designating Committee. Madam Clerk, please open the roll. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Mr. Chair, you have 7 members present. You have a quorum.
Great. All right. Do we have any announcements or personal orders before we get to our calendar? Seeing none, we will go to the calendar. We will roll item number 1, House Bill 1764 to the heel, which will bring us to item number 2, SJR 0592. We have a motion and a second. Representative Hicks, you are recognized.
Thank you, Chairman, members. Senate Joint Resolution 592 designates March 12th, 2026 as Be the One to End Suicide Day in Tennessee. This resolution recognizes the American Legion's Be the One initiative, which will launch with the mission to end veteran suicide and encourage Americans to step in when someone is struggling. This statistic behind this efforts are sobering. Across our nation, approximately 22 veterans die by suicide every single day. And the challenge goes beyond the veteran community. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death for young people between the ages of 10 and 24. With an estimated 6,500 young lives lost each year. Here in Tennessee, our suicide rate is 14.7% higher than the national average, according to the Tennessee Department of Health. This resolution encourages public and private organizations across all 95 counties to help raise awareness, provide suicide prevention training, and promote the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline, so people know help is available when they need it the most. The message behind this initiative is simple but powerful. Be the one who reaches out. Be the one who listens. Be the one who helps save a life. Members, I respectfully ask for your favorable consideration of SJR 592. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And thank you, sponsor, for that excellent summary of the resolution. Representative Fritz, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sponsor, thank you for bringing this. I'm the adjutant at Post 50 American Legion in Rockwood. This Be the One has been a thing for a while. Oftentimes, we don't recognize the burden that our fellow man's carrying. Each one of us can be an encourager. That's much of what you're calling for, is to speak and talk to our fellow man. Many of us in the General Assembly have been touched and hurt by suicide, so thank you for bringing this. While that 22 per day number goes up and down, we have found ourselves in Tennessee, for the veterans part of it, we're ranked by some polls as 38th as the most favorable veteran state. I think that's abhorrent. As the chairman of the House Veterans Caucus, I think that's abhorrent. The volunteer state should be number 1 for attracting veterans, and we've got some work to do on that. But I certainly appreciate what you're doing here to try to move the needle in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions or comments? Representative Warner, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, sponsor, for the bill. You said something that caught my attention. The 14% on our youth that's higher than the national average. Do you have any information or any idea what's driving that 14% higher than the national average?
Mr. Sponsor, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I would imagine, I don't have specifically why our numbers in Tennessee are higher, but I do know that we have a lot of struggling young people in our midst. And I believe that, you know, a lot of it has to do with the mental health of our community. I think our schools has a big responsibility in addressing that. I think that, you know, Tennessee is striving for better mental health in our schools. And I think that we're making headway there. I think that this number will probably get better with the work that this legislature's been doing. But, you know, we also went through a tough time with COVID. I mean, and over the years, you know, it's tough. One of my I've had several friends, okay, several that committed suicide. I'm a suicide. I made it through it. Let's put it that way. Okay. Good Lord laid his hand on me, and I've been a different person ever since that day. It took me a while to realize that. But one of my best friends and business partners, I talked to him, probably about 15 minutes before he decided to do what he did. And it was like it, man, it was tough. It was a tough situation he left a tough situation for his family, his kids, and his wife. And it was a hard situation. And it can slip up on you quick. And we have a lot of rural areas where people don't have a lot of folks to talk to, and they don't have a lot of folks to turn to. So I think that's what this is doing. I think, what could I have said and did 15 minutes before he done that? Did I realize, what did I say? So this brings awareness, because we all could be put in that situation at some point. And next time that happens, if it happens ever again, I want to be prepared for that. So that's part of what this is for.
Thank you, Representative Hicks, for bringing the bill.
Yeah.
Representative Bricken, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you for bringing this bill. Just a question, March 12th, 2026. The question is, why not just leave the 26th off and make it a reoccurring annual recognition day?
Mr. Sponsor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think that's something that we could work on and bring back maybe next year, make it committed every March 12th. That would be a great thing to do. We need that in Tennessee. We truly do.
Any other questions for the sponsor? Seeing none. Any objection to the question? Seeing none. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
Mr. Chair, you have 7 ayes and 0 noes.
The bill moves out to Health Committee with a positive recommendation. Thank you, Mr. Sponsor.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you.
That brings us back to the top of our calendar, HB 1764. We will go ahead and, without objection, roll that bill to the calendar for next Monday, March the 16th. That brings us to the end of our calendar, members, and without objection, we will stand adjourned.